Okay, so we are now recording.
Okay, we're gonna call the meeting to order at 6:39 PM. The Arts and Culture Commission regular meeting. We'll start with roll call.
Here. And here's all the, didn't manage to say a little bit here. All right, so roll call. There it is. Okay, Chair Ensign,
Here,
here, Vice Chair Via,
Here.
Commissioner Hufford, absent Commissioner McCormick,
Present.
Commissioner Moreno, absent and Commissioner Purdue.
Here.
All right. Good call.
next we have approval of minutes from the April 9th regular meeting.
Yeah, I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, do we have a second?
1 second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay.
Sorry,
Next is approval of,
sorry, hold on.
oh yeah,
It's taking me a while.
Oh,
I'm gonna
sure.
do it through the system.
so is Ruben first?
Okay, let me just run right, I'll do it manually later. All right, Ruby. Give me a second.
Alexandra. And it was unanimous.
I'm not gonna, it just takes too long to do it, so, okay. On to the next thing. So.
It's okay.
Yeah. You wanna just do it now?
yeah,
I mean,
go ahead.
No, I don't want, no, at this rate, it's gonna take forever to get to the items.
Okay,
Let's move on with it.
approval of this agenda. Okay, do we have a second?
Yes, a second.
Okay, so Camille first, Ruben second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Right.
unanimous. Okay, secretary's report.
Alright, so the agenda is posted on the bulletin board on June 5th, 2024 at 5:24 PM.
Okay, public comment items not on the agenda? Nope. Next is old business, 7.1 for the Love of Gilroy Art Campaign.
Alright, so this is the standing item for discussion of the campaign.
Mhm.
For the commission to discuss and get updates. I want to let you know, Commissioner, we have received 3 email submissions.
Okay,
Oh.
None of them complied with the actual CFA though. They had their name, but they didn't provide age or cognition. So I'm gonna reach out to them.
Okay.
2 of them, I think are, well, one for sure is a minor.
Oh.
One sounds like it was submitted on behalf of somebody who's autistic.
Okay,
So I don't know how that's gonna work. So I'll be following back up with them. And the one submitted, I don't know their age. There's no context exclusion it, but asked if they can submit multiple images. So I'm gonna look back to make sure how it's written up in our thing, because typically we only allow 1 submission per.
Did we
thing,
see
but
And
I'm
then,
gonna take a look and see.
I was trying to see too how we worded it, because we didn't care about age, right? But did we just want to know as curiosity?
Well,
or-
for age is need to know.
Oh, because if they're a minor
They're a minor,
consent.
has to consent,
Okay.
parents, yeah, so.
Okay,
And
that
then it's
makes
supposed
sense.
to put their name, where they live, none of
Yeah.
where they live, or where,
Oh,
what their
interesting.
connection with Gilroy is, so.
huh,
I think a lot of them probably have heard word of mouth
Yeah, I did.
or read certain parts.
So
of
we
it,
need to do
and
some
got it,
outreach
you
to
know,
get people.
so.
I
And then
have
when
a
is the
feeling
deadline?
people- The 25th.
Okay.
I think people tend, as artists,
Yeah.
to wait till the very last minute to submit. I just think they like to have the full maximum amount of time to do work, and especially with the school year just ending, I think we may see some school age submissions coming through. I would think while they're on their break. I hope.
Mhm.
Do you think it would be helpful to have any printed out templates, or do you think that
I-
we're scaled
I think
down? I
it-
know you had some.
I mean, I didn't print out any templates, we have.
But you
the-
created
yeah,
it.
Yeah, we have the template design, and they're on the website
So maybe,
page,
but like with Caras and some of those places that maybe like we could say, hey, as one of your activities,
yeah,
maybe you have that as an
Just have it
option,
as
like
a-
a
yeah.
time, like a workshop to work on that, if
That's true.
anyone's interested, maybe
I
who's
can
in charge of
drop off.
that?
so I've reached out to Youth Alliance and Garas, and Digital Nest. And I've sent them the images, bilingual images,
Mhm.
and the link
So I can
to
even ask
those.
Sixth Street Studios if she would wanna host a,
Yeah, but if we printed
workshop?
some, that would be helpful to have them available, because people have asked, like, what's the size? And I'm like, well, obviously you didn't read.
Yeah, but if we
The
had
template,
even the, even the,
but you
a-
can.
a
you
scale
can
down
download it
that's
now.
on a letter size that would scale to big, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
then you would
exactly.
have-
So I have 8.5 by 11 at the right proportion, and then I said, if you have access to an 11 by 17
It's
printable,
even,
then it's a little bit bigger, so you got
Mhm.
more room to play with. But at the same time, then we have to consider if they are a winning, design, we'd have to eventually scan it. So do we have, did we,
We talked about that, so we have the opportunity for people to submit paper
yeah,
yeah,
processes,
Yeah.
so we would find essentially a company with high quality
the
scans.
scan, okay,
Our scanning machines will do it to a certain point, but
Yeah.
there's opportunity.
it's probably
for
better,
those.
yeah.
Is
Okay.
there an image that's already uploaded to Facebook? I saw it on Nextdoor, but I haven't seen on Facebook to forward out.
yes,
Yes.
there should be.
Yeah, so.
Through the city.
The city, when we release it, so if we hit next door, also hit Facebook, also hit Instagram,
Mhm.
and actually probably should also be on Twitter/X.
Huh.
We use that one less often.
Yeah.
So that one I'm not 100% certain on, but the others, we shoot all three. of the names.
So I think we should, yeah, we can work on sharing that to get the word
Yeah.
out to people, cause I think people just kind of,
I mean, this is,
sometimes they hear it too and they go, oh, I have time.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And then if we wanna say, hey, you have 2 weeks left
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
submit a design, that kind of might
Mhm.
get people like excited.
Yeah, I was thinking the next time I post about it, will be that, a countdown, to start
Yeah,
the countdown.
'Cause then
So that
I
people
was gonna
can-
look
can
too
on
and
the
see
date.
when that is, so that
Exactly, it's exactly 2 weeks from
today,
today, so at 4 p.m. I think is the time we set.
Oh, nice.
so it's the day before GAR, that's why I was like, oh man,
Mhm.
I should have said it at the last one.
The,
But it's the third Friday art walk will be on the 21st. If people have the weekend, but
I mean.
we can say something now.
What if on one of one of the next two downtown lives, we print them out and have them available?
We can have them,
Say, come pick up your printable template, your printed
Mhm.
template, blank template at downtown live.
so I'm gonna be doing, I won't be at this first downtown live, cause I'll be out of town, but I'll be at the next one, the 20th.
That's funny.
And I mean, I can have them, the flyers and some printed out to see if they would be willing to hand them out, but if we don't have a representative, it might be kind of weird.
I know, oh, for the 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the 20th could be an opportunity, and by then I could maybe borrow the tent.
Let me make sure this is, do you just need the canopy tent? or
Yeah, I think
need
that would be
table, anything else?
canopy tent, table,
Oh,
tablecloth.
yeah.
Hi, and then maybe we could see if anyone else would be able to join for that
Yeah,
from our group to help just.
I mean, the 13th.
Cause even if we had another table and
Yeah.
we can have chairs and markers
Yeah,
and,
it's like right.
I don't know, give people, if they wanna get started on their,
Stuff.
yeah, I don't know, there might be
Yeah.
kids that might wanna do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we can
And-
even have, we can have, say, like, this is the scratch one,
Yeah,
and then on your way out, like, pick up a big one to take home and work on.
and to maybe, yeah, do your draft,
Yeah, to be, yeah,
get some, do some ideas and
Yeah.
then here, take the next one.
exactly, yeah.
So would you be picking up the drinks and the table?
For the 20th.
The 20th?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so I'll coordinate with you, I'll pick up and.
Okay. And then if anyone is able to come for
We're
that.
on 7.1 for the
I'll
love of
finish
Gilroy
this.
Public.
Oh, okay,
Campaign.
thank you.
Sorry.
That'll be Thursday. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
so we're trying to
Friday's the
discuss-
third.
Yes.
We're 2 weeks away from the drop, or from the deadline, which is the 25th. So we're trying to do a bigger push, and hopefully in person at a downtown live on the 13th and the 20th. I
Most
won't
likely
be
it'll,
available the 13th, but I feel like that's probably a better date to show up
know.
with print your thing. I'd
I
rather
can
y'all,
put it
are you going to
out.
downtown live?
The 13th, this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Thursday,
It's like
yeah.
Thursday,
So
yeah.
So like, so like Thursday.
But I can
Uh,
ask if they can just have it in the information booth.
Mhm.
So they're just typically gonna be selling merchandise, but it won't be ready until
I
next
can-
week's. And I can have them just leave it there. maybe have a stand that just talks about it, the art going on or something, or maybe have it at the kids area.
That's how I was thinking on the kid there, but I feel like we would need
You need a
a talking
person.
head, yeah, you
Yeah.
need someone, otherwise. They're like, what's this? It's like a blank piece of paper, cool, thing.
Yeah,
So,
So hold on, let me just get back up real
Mhm,
quick.
yeah.
Wait, what is exactly what you guys need for the 13th? Like a booth and?
well, we were thinking of having like a little information slash maybe a workshop at Downtown Live to try to do some public outreach for the Love of Art.
Yeah.
Or Love of Gilroy campaign. Just to get more participants, and if they had a template, they could do like a rough sketch on an 8.5 by 11 and then take home the 11 by 17 where they can maybe do a final,
mhm.
turn it into the
Information desk. here.
information desk.
Yep.
And then that would get scanned in as a submission.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
not bad,
we
yeah.
have attached to that, their information, right? Something they could fill out. Is
Some-
there a printable
Probably smart.
form that you
Yeah,
can
that's-
attach?
She doesn't have the information.
Otherwise, they would have to go online, right?
Yeah, we don't have one yet, but we can make one pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Okay,
good idea.
I was just thinking if they're gonna turn in a paper template, and that might be where we get the majority of our submissions if we do it this way, like as a workshop.
Yeah, well, cause I know there's a bunch of artists that have told me, oh, I'm gonna do one, I'm gonna do one.
And they'll
But,
wait
like, they
until the
haven't turned, yeah,
24th.
yeah, it's not gonna be in until the last
Yeah.
couple days, so. But,
But if the online thing is pretty easy, like the adults, I think can handle that. Cause they've done call to art submissions before where they've taken photos and stuff, but they may, or use digital. But we should let them know too, they can submit if it's a done on paper,
Copy.
they can submit a hard copy as well. Okay,
And if they read through the.
Thing, it
document,
says that.
Should know that.
yeah,
And it provides, a
Should.
again, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
amazing, even like contractors, where it's their livelihood, they still
miss the
still
little
miss
fine.
detail side
print,
of
yeah.
the document sometimes, so.
would you be available on?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think I can probably manage it. What time would the event start, like 5 or?
I think
No?
it's 5 to
Online,
9.
5 to 9, but I don't,
The music starts 7 to 9 is like where the band goes on.
Okay,
And then so from 5 to 7, they're gonna have just like piped in music and a few things. They usually have the activities, there's food trucks
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
yeah.
And a
I think
lot
I'm-
of the parents
I'm
with
down.
kids are
We'll do
roaming
it.
around
like a
from
5 to
5
7, or you wanna do all the 4 hours? or-
I don't know,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
let's do
it's
5 to
kinda-
7.
If it's like
yeah.
a 5 to 7 and then tear down, so it's
Yeah.
like a early, I don't think it would be
Yeah,
a
cause some
problem.
people are gonna be focused on like the music.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
true,
like
and then
that.
it starts, well, not at this point anymore, but it starts to get, it'll start to get dark.
But that would
later.
be too soon to probably arrange for
I
canopy.
can see what can happen, I just won't know until probably maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
But I can check and see.
Yeah, you could see, if it's not, if there's an issue, I can let, you borrow a white canopy. But we would still need, and a table, but it would be cool to have a linen that says,
City of
at
Gilroy.
least the city of Gilroy linen.
I don't know, we
But I
have
don't
a
know.
city of go, usually for most of our events, we just drop a black. But let me follow.
I
up.
thought they had one for the career thing, the engineering day or whatever it was, the city works, public works day.
They might have one at department specific, but let me take a look. and see.
Okay.
Let me see my-
If not, I have a dark green one.
Is there gonna be art on
Yeah.
the table though?
Well, just for the information one, and the other one could just be blank. We could just have a table. Do you have two?
Oh, what, tables?
Mhm.
Yeah, I have to, yeah.
Okay. I would think one would have just like the flyers.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
can take one
Sorry,
of the.
we'll be back there to,
Yeah.
take them back with me.
I have some,
Yeah.
yeah, we could probably take a stack of those to just maybe,
Yeah,
yeah.
we definitely want those things,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
And then-
yeah, cause we'll probably distribute maybe about.
Half of those, okay.
roughly, so-
Yeah, cause I leave tomorrow, so I won't be able to.
You leave now.
I
Yeah, I
can
go
go
to
post them.
Sonoma.
I can go post them around.
Yeah, oh, if you wanna post them around, I have more too that,
Yeah, you want to,
there
you want to,
aren't
hold-
many.
if you're gonna go, then you're gonna want to. hold
Yeah.
on to those.
yes, thank you.
I can also, I still have buckets of markers that we did from the.
Oh, yeah.
From the rodeo one.
Oh,
remember last
perfect.
year?
Yeah.
So I can give you those buckets
Okay.
of markers too.
And
So
maybe-
basically just have them have like do
Yeah,
their
just-
drawing there.
Yeah,
know
even
about the
if it, so
campaign.
we were thinking to print on the 8.5 by 11 one, like We could print, could you print?
Yeah, is there, would we be able to have the city print, or would we need to get it printed from like printing spot?
How many do you need?
I would think 25.
Yeah. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
that's
it's
it.
fine. No, it's the standard government copy
Yeah,
paper.
That's what
Yeah.
I think is fine.
Yeah.
Fine, yeah.
Standard, you know?
Do you guys have 11 by 17 size? Okay, I would say to do both, just on
Yeah.
the standard paper.
Yeah.
At least it's
Yeah.
something,
Yeah,
and maybe
exactly.
25 of each.
Yeah, 25 of these.
25 with all the kids coming?
I don't know,
Cause
don't you
like the
think?
rodeo
Let's do
had
50.
several hundred kids there.
You think 50?
Or how, if we could print out 100 of each, and then we have
We
then
have for the next
basically
one?
for the next
Yeah,
one,
the next
and then
one.
we're not
Is that
having
too
to
many?
reprint.
Okay,
Okay, for the 20.
because then on the 20th, I
Yeah.
can have half.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And get it, and get the canopy and get all the stuff from you.
We'll plan on having 100 of each for the 13th.
Yes.
And then whatever remains will all
Yeah,
next
the
have another 100.
Okay,
So that way you have 100 each of that.
okay,
Whoever comes down.
then we just go, yeah.
So would you need, Adelena to pick them up?
Yeah, so I don't really know what time, oh, I can coordinate with you, figure out.
Okay,
We'll just figure out. Actually, I don't know if I have your cell phone number. I have your
And then
email
on the
address.
20th, I can
So I know
come
which
to
is
you
the
with
best.
her.
Oh, yeah,
We can talk about the
yeah.
timeline on the recording.
Yeah.
What's your number?
downtown live.
Any more
food
time,
too,
please?
and then.
Just doing that social screen.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
exactly.
make it
There you go. Okay, cool. So
Yeah,
I'll
every-
provide the
for some-
tables and 2 tables and a canopy, and I'm even throwing a chair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Never know.
Exactly. But is there, can GDBA, can we have a couple chairs like just around one of the tables for
Oh,
kids or folks?
They
'Cause
stand,
They'll just.
the
they'll
kids
stand
always
and-
stand. We have chairs and they get in the way, we end up holding them
That's
and
true.
moving them.
That's true.
The
That
kids
makes
stand at the table, yeah.
So I could just coordinate with you to pick up the supplies, or you're gonna,
I can,
Good, but most of the time.
yeah,
they
that'll
stand.
be,
We've
that'll
done
be
all of
easier.
them
I'm
stand,
trying to think if
even
it's
for the
easier to
rodeo.
just drop them off. It'll probably be easier for me to just drop them off. like,
okay, yeah,
They
so we'll
just
just meet
stand and-
somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But what-
In fact, actually, my studio's on
Yeah,
10th Street,
That wasn't
so,
last year.
so we'll just do it there.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Chairs.
We have another
And that way
kid.
you're
Might
like
have been
literally around the
baristas.
corner from the downtown line.
Okay.
I'll find out where it'll be, the
Well,
location to put it.
Oh, to put like where,
Because I know they
can
moved some
put it
stuff.
Where the,
Kid zone
Kid
is,
zone is?
and I have to figure out where the kid zone is. I don't think
Mm.
they even got their permit yet.
yeah.
Actually, I don't think so.
Okay, so then. Okay,
So is there anything we can do to, so one of the big, one of the questions we presented, the idea that one of the big things was to make sure that we hit, populations where there may not be computer access. I know you said, Mr. We already shared with Carlos and Youth
Mhm.
Alliance.
So,
and.
Are they-
I can go
Are they-
post in the library in a power school
Okay,
and, maybe on the park, like where they.
Oh,
have
yeah.
the-
Mm-hmm. I also shared it with Nueva Vida too,
Okay, perfect. That's what I was thinking.
with
So you're
Jorge
gonna
and
say
Nueva Vida.
personal For you.
So that's like a whole nother slew of folks, but if maybe we can put it up at San Isidro Park at the community center there. I think that would probably be.
Is that
helpful.
locked though?
I'll relay it to.
Parks and Rec?
I'll have one of these two recreational parks. and
Okay.
have them Put it up,
Cause I know there's also like the Christmas Hill has like some community board or something, I thought, when you like kind of drive in halfway.
Are we allowed to post it in the bathrooms of the park? Where the moms are always like.
I'm just, yeah, let me check, just to make sure. The worst thing is,
Still waiting.
That's true.
That's the only thing I have to worry about.
Lighting
You
some,
got so many bathrooms.
yeah,
going
the one
clean
at Christmas
that
Hill is
we're-
got.
That's
I
fine.
I just want to check and make sure we're not
Yeah.
doing something, because I know that.
It's gone, no
people
bad
do
ones.
to design the fire.
Wait,
At Christmas.
Just
Hill,
that-
no bad.
I had to give some kind of fuel for them to light some. of the fire inside.
Yeah, I would probably say no.
So, let me double check and get back to that. That one, sorry,
I don't have to worry about that.
shouldn't, but, big, we get, but,
Wow.
That time of the year too,
Yeah.
lots of fires.
Alright,
lots of, free time too.
Yeah.
alright.
Um,
Mhm.
Maybe the.
Grocery stores.
Mexican
That's true, yeah,
restaurant.
Cardenas,
Yeah,
Cardenas.
they have a
is
board?
right there.
I don't know.
Arteagas is a board though.
And
Yeah, I don't.
Cardenas has one by the bathroom, like. by the-
Oh, okay.
Like
Like-
if you go by like the alcohol section to the right, that's it right there.
Oh, okay.
They have one right there. I don't know how many people go.
Knob
look
Hills
at
is
that,
right
but-
by the, things, and every time I'm like, it's in my trunk, I'll go out there and put
And
it
wait,
back
it's
up.
by Lino's, so
And I
it's
forget.
good,
Yeah,
right?
I know, I was like, you
flip
just
it,
flip
yeah.
it, cause you could probably put
They're
in like a
nice
full
too.
laundry mess. Yeah, no, these are great flyers.
Yeah,
These
they're
have
neat.
great skills.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, just to make sure we get the word out.
What about
Oh,
at
ChatGPT help
Michael's?
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, true,
Target
that's
has
good.
one too. Okay. Is there anything else we need to do? I know we had dates for a few other things on our
So-
timeline.
So this is just the actual
Right.
art, I still have. the
Right.
text.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Not that far away at this point, I mean, it sounds like it when you think about it, but.
It's not- I
it
know.
really
Yeah,
is.
really fast.
September, end of September.
Yeah,
But we also have, where we have to select and announce the winners.
that is towards the end of July.
Okay, perfect.
So we're gonna call it community special meeting.
Yeah, was that for the
It-
25th?
It's
That was, yeah, let me pull it up here.
the second is our ACC special meeting, July 2nd,
July 2nd
is what I have on. my
at 6:30 here. Yeah, cause I didn't get notified the last time.
yeah.
Is what I have on my.
Did we have? a
Okay.
special meeting?
July
That's
2nd.
good, they said, where were you? I don't know, so.
No, it was regular,
That was regular.
Was it regular?
yeah,
Oh,
but for the special meeting,
yeah,
it's just is it everybody coming
No,
for that?
it's been
Or is it
special
just the
meeting.
committee?
yeah,
the
we were, I
committee?
was on it.
Special meeting for everybody, so,
Everybody, okay.
yeah, if it's the, if we're selecting in the
Yeah.
agriculture commission as a whole is.
Is
selecting,
selecting,
these guys are
okay, perfect.
recommending, So,
So that's a
July
everyone.
we and everybody thing.
July 2nd, right? Right?
Yes,
Okay.
I think Bryce is.
Let me
okay.
get confirmation
Yeah.
just to make sure, so I don't know.
6:30.
Getting the result. What is this?
6:30.
Schedule.
were you excited to see the video of the
Yes,
girl that close spinning? What? The girl that close spinning, that's what I said.
I have Monday, July 22nd
For what?
for the review of submissions by the Arts Culture Commission.
Oh, the 22nd of July?
July 22nd.
Oh, I won't be here. for
In
this.
anticipation, because July 25th is the issue of notice of recommendations.
July 22nd.
Artists sign contracts July 31st and then council selects August 5th.
Oh, cause that all has to be, so you won't be able to.
So,
Cause I think Ruben was gone and I'm gone too.
hold on,
Yeah.
let me take a look and see here,
For
if
sure.
let me get an early version, let me go on the website, see that final, make sure it's the final.
On the August one, I may not be here.
This is what
Yeah,
my
that
phone
was the
says for
early.
that day.
So we have to change
Yeah.
the 22nd and then to.
Nice.
Oh, that's funny that it comes up as that. huh?
Of course. That's nice.
I do not have it on my calendar.
You will not be at a special meeting on the 22nd.
No, see, I thought, yeah, I don't have it on the second either.
Yeah,
How weird, what do I have it for?
I remember we all said,
Cause you were gonna be gone too, right?
Yeah.
It was for 30 years. Yeah, but for 30 years, it was just so predictable.
Well, that's
Think
the
about that,
first,
it was wonderful.
many blocks in the city website.
yeah,
What was that?
Let me see, if for some reason, I don't know if it's something with the Wi-Fi connection that I have, it's
Oh.
blocking me from,
Okay, so now we're on still on the July 22nd.
well, let me, yeah, let me take a look. real
No, I
quick.
know, I just
Let me
wanna make
take a
sure.
look.
What is the second?
Both you can't be here. but then-
oh, and then tomorrow.
Oh, and then I will be here.
Yeah, but I'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah. What time is it?
10
Where?
at the annex. A picture of the annex.
Antonio Delvana? School?
Yeah, over there by, what is it? That was a Mecca number 2.
Yeah, I think we're leaving it.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
I won.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the
I'm
second.
logged into my personal stuff. Sometimes
She's
it's
in a
the issue of the
friend's house
website.
today.
It's- And drop the
Her friend
website
went to our
entirely.
house.
And are you trying to look up just the
I'm
art?
trying to go to the city of Gilroy's website just to get to that bids page.
Oh, here,
But for some
can I see
reason,
that?
it's-
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna scan it and see. Shouldn't it take me?
It should. give it a
I
shot.
should, yeah, no, yeah, I've used it.
It did when we were testing it,
I know.
I'm worried if the page is down entirely, that's gonna be a
Yeah.
problem.
Oh, yeah,
Is it blocking you too?
Connection, this connection is not private.
It's saying switch.
this website may be impersonating cityofgilroy.org to steal your information.
Steal it.
It's okay, they know everything already.
Alright,
They
so
have
I'll call
sense
it
for-
IT, I'll send
Was
out,
it Oracle came up with something today too. I read it in the London paper, but I can't keep an eye, I mean, I can't keep abreast of it all because I'm not a, the Oracle came up with something. It's in the London Times.
Oh, really?
You know, Financial Times, but you know, I don't know anything, but I just remember Oracle. Larry Ellison was in a Volkswagen van eating macaroni and cheese, and I,
Yeah.
right there at the yacht club. In his area, yep,
That's
okay, so
funny.
this is the PDF.
and they created all
version.
this, you know,
I
the
know,
explosion of
isn't it?
technology.
It's amazing. Okay, let's see. How weird.
Yeah, I think I mean, we'll see, we'll double check on the website, but I looked at the PDF, which I believe it is July 22nd.
Yeah, cityofgilroy.org is not working.
Yeah, so we'll get.
Maybe something, they hit something in the water.
So
Yeah,
if,
it's just- it was right. I think it was thinking it's an IT issue, yeah.
so
Sorry.
how are we gonna do the meeting if both of them are gone?
Yeah, see, I thought, I
July
could have
22nd.
sworn
That's
we
why
would have said
I'm pretty
maybe
sure it
we,
was July 2nd.
Wait. We're talking about the 22nd July,
July
right?
22nd, because that would be, we'd be, so that would be, you'd be doing, if you did do it July 2nd.
Right.
But there were no recommendations until July 25th,
yeah,
so you're gonna take 3 weeks to review.
I think we were gonna review on the second because
Correct.
the things were already
Right.
in. And then we were gonna notify them later because that's when
Right.
we'll be back.
And so what were we gonna do on the 22nd of July then?
That was when we were gonna review and then
Yeah.
notify. But I feel like, oh, because I think it had to go to a council meeting.
Yes.
That's August 5th,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, because we originally, it wasn't the 25th for the design submission, it was later. We just moved that one
yes,
up.
it was,
And then we're considering moving everything up, and then if you remember, it all shifted back down except for the submission deadline.
yeah, submission deadline stayed on the 25th,
So all
but
I think
then,
is back,
yeah.
which should be July 22nd is what I think of.
And
so
you won't be
still,
here?
so what are we
Are
gonna do?
you
with the
going
20
to?
So there's.
Down to the 31st,
Put it out on the 31st.
Until the 31st?
Mhm.
When
Okay.
do you leave?
17th.
I leave on the 9th. Well, fifth
Okay.
of July,
So July
We
31st.
just need one of you here, right?
Okay. So.
but both of us are gone that day. So maybe
so
the,
What we'll do then,
second?
we'll have to do an amendment to the RF to the CFA.
to say the second,
Or are we sure the second?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, from what is that?
That's,
July 2nd.
that's a busy week, that's.
Mhm.
4th of July.
4th of July
But
week.
it's just
Monday,
picking
right?
stuff.
It's just.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday,
Yeah,
Tuesday the
The
second.
first Tuesday of the month.
Mhm.
I'll see, we may not be able to meet here, depends on if another commission is it.
Okay, can we do anywhere? Like we could pick a public space?
It'd have to be something that the city can reserve, the public can actually, can post an agenda on.
huh,
So we probably do like the admin conference
Yeah,
room. or
sure.
something like
Okay,
that, Or the
sure.
PD community room,
Sure.
something like that.
Oh, that would be fun.
yes.
No, if it's available, I gotta see, that's what I. we'll
Yeah.
find-
Or the, oh wait, that's Parks and Rec now. I
library.
was gonna say the senior.
Oh, yeah.
We can ask them
sell
too.
that, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's Tuesday, July 2nd.
We'll find something.
okay.
So are we confirmed, is everybody July 2nd work for everybody?
That works for me, because then I think what we were saying was we would just decide and then we would
So
wait
this
till
year-
the,
Pointing at, so the other thing to remember, that doesn't give you guys all the time to review the submissions.
Well,
Because you guys are making your appointment at that point in time. And if we're not meeting again, yeah, so there won't be time to do anything else before the August 5th meeting. Because the
Right.
agenda goes out a week, the preliminary agenda a week before, so we can know that
huh,
a set of recommendations is available, and that would be July 29th.
So we
July.
vote- we would-
by July 29th, we have to have who's been
I have to have a
contacted.
staff report tell in the system, so
Okay.
if we all have to be selected, you have to have signed, and we would have to have them have signed the agreement.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
to
so
do it.
when,
So
I'm back
July
on the
2nd is fine.
24th.
I just
Well,
want to
that-
make sure
okay.
that we
That's
understand,
why I think if we start doing the selection by that early, right?
when we start, that's it, so this would be the meeting to actually choose.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So-
second,
So what we'd have to do is the 25th.
the 26th,
So the
start looking.
26th, I'd have to
Okay.
actually find a way to distribute the images to,
okay, so right,
Okay.
26th,
and then
July
you would
26th.
have. You have at that point less than a week to go through all the images and. figure
I
out
think
what you're
that's
gonna-
fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we're fine, but I just wanna make sure that expectations are all set. Okay.
So
Special
July
meeting,
2nd and July 26th, okay. And then the council meeting.
Yeah, I feel like
Second,
we'll know right away.
is the same time, meantime desired, yes.
Whatever.
Does that work for everyone? 6:30?
Yes.
Is earlier easier or later? Not later.
Not later.
6:30. 6:30.
6:30.
Okay. All right.
If
and
it's
then-
somewhere else, can I bring snacks?
Huh?
I know. I just could just eat.
I know we can't have snacks in here. If
Yeah, you
it's
can.
somewhere else. Oh, we can? Okay, I'm gonna bring you
Yeah,
guys
for a lot
snacks.
of events we do, we just have to make sure we don't leave a mess.
Okay.
That should be fine. I think there's generally, like, for council.
Since
meetings,
we're
we have
gonna be
to- people
talking
can-
about
we're
selection, it
commissioners
might be
that-
fun to have it be fun.
Yeah, they have dinner.
Yeah.
for the council,
Yeah.
stuff should be fun. So the other thing that I would say, since we're having the meeting July 2nd, is to, and they pay take an item on that agenda if council, sorry, commission, which is to cancel then the second meeting in July.
Oh, that
Since
would be
y'all
good.
have
I know
been
somebody
meeting
be
for
gone.
Yeah,
selections.
okay.
So.
We have to
If we
be,
use that
Probably-
as a
probably
regular
have to talk
meeting.
anyway. That is
Yeah.
Basically, we just
So do we
basically
need the 20?
cancel that one. and
No, we do.
this-
The 25th is a
Yeah.
different thing, right? Yeah, so that would be our regular meeting, so our July 9th meeting would get canceled, is what he's saying. Because we would be replacing it basically with the second.
Okay.
So be an item on the second to cancel the 9th meeting,
Okay,
and hopefully you'll
I think
approve it.
that's
If
good.
not, then we're having.
No,
And
I
then
think that-
August, are we keeping our meeting?
August we keep,
Yes. August will keep, and that will be shortly after the council.
the council's
makes the actual
approval or.
selection, like
Mhm.
what was the date on the council again? I know it's the first.
August 5th,
Yeah, the 5th, yeah.
So if we have to have all that, if council has to do the formal yay, that's what we're presenting them is the selection. The artists have already agreed, everything's all in a bundle, here you
Yeah.
go.
And they
Okay,
just have to
got
say
it.
yes.
Okay, got it. Okay.
so what we're gonna ask is so as they're submitting,
Mhm.
we're gonna send out the agreement to them.
Mhm.
Anyway, even if you're not recommending them, they don't get selected, just so we have it on file.
Oh, good
We
idea.
won't sign, so we'll send to them, so we have everybody
We
ready.
have their part
Ready to
ready.
go, so the instant it's awarded, we'd sign and send
Yeah.
off to them, okay, here's your signed copy, or signed copy, and others didn't, it just, it goes with, it's not an executed.
Okay, so the 25th or whatever day that was. That we
Is it the
need,
25th or 26th?
So 25th is the date that the submissions are due. to
Correct.
City Hall.
yeah,
I'll
that's
scan the
June.
Bundle, and then we'll
26th.
either, relay it to the commission on the 26th.
Correct.
So we start reviewing it.
Yep.
And it could be pictures, we can leave it out, and then when we meet on the 2nd, we'll have all of them here as well, so
Mhm.
that way if a picture is green or whatever.
Yeah. But then the end of July, you need to,
Usually it's all done.
Yeah.
It's all ready to go and for
Yeah,
council selection.
okay, so by
So the second
July,
is great, I like that because I have.
it
plenty of
gives time
You've
to
got time.
prepare.
But that doesn't give you a lot of time. to-
I don't think we'll need a lot of time to review. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. Okay,
And
All right, so then I'll do
as long as like 1,000 submissions, they'll put one amount, 24, which
I
I
think-
know.
but even still, it's really.
And you're just
could
like,
be-
"Trrrr," just have AI.
So whatever place we meet,
That's actually very interesting. They said original work, but I don't know, do we?
there's no way
we
to
didn't
know.
walk. Yeah, that's true.
You don't know.
You can scan it in and
Right
run
by
it.
them.
That's true, just reverse Google image search.
Is that what you do?
Mhm.
Yeah, you just take a screenshot, put it into Google image.
All these the teachers know now how to do all that. They're very good at it.
And we have to know. Let's do it daily.
My son did, that's how he passed. He told me after. Okay.
Fascinating.
All right, so so I think we're
Nice.
okay on the
Yeah.
selection process now. Now we get to the event.
Okay,
So, at this point, we haven't really talked about too much about this thing, so I think one thing has to go back, I'm not quite over this, so. I haven't seen anyone, or has anybody given an indication of wanting to sponsor more banners, or,
I only initially heard of GDBA wanting to do one or more, but I
Mhm.
think it's gonna be probably one.
That's it.
And I heard of the fire, there's some
Fire
group,
department?
but a firefighters group, some sort of union, firefighters union.
Yeah.
That wanted to sponsor one. So I've heard of two, but they haven't followed up with
anything.
No,
That's 500.
so I can reach
$500.
600.
600.
Yeah, since we'll reach out, just,
Okay,
I don't know that I, I know in the fundraising plan, we set a date because we need to have
Yeah,
them in known time to print.
yeah,
That's my only worry is that when we go to select, so we may want to rank those that aren't recommended for the 12, we only know the 12.
and have some runners up for if there's
If-
sponsor banners that come up. Okay, that's a good way to do it.
And how much is the spot, is $500?
600 to cover the costs and things.
Yeah,
To pay the artist and pay for the cost of the banner.
Okay, so that's the science, and so.
So I'll ask.
Yeah. And so that the donation was kind of triggered that, because I was thinking is, I don't know, if we've done any outreach for donors for the event
Yeah.
itself.
I haven't.
Not yet, but I can. I think Fiesta Depot would probably donate tables and chairs.
How many,
Oh,
there
yeah.
are 12, correct? 12.
Yeah. And this we're having at
The-
the
This is September 20th,
park,
it's at the
At the-
pop-up park, and we're also going to try to use the Broker Club.
the, Art
If we
Center.
can find somebody doing the line in the back,
Uh-huh.
in the art center for that.
okay. Okay, so event donations.
So the park right next
Mhm,
to,
Donald Prieto Park.
Park and Lions Building.
Okay.
Yeah. Green grass.
Yeah.
What happened to Costello's? Is the ice cream place getting done?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Still
I'm
working.
so curious.
What happened?
Okay. Eating could potentially be wine and alcohol donations because they have it from Downtown Live and the wine walk,
Okay, yeah,
and they have to,
they've already,
you can't really keep,
they already,
I can ask.
did all the work to collect it, huh?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they either pay for it or they get it donated, so they'll have it. So wine could be from them, because I know they do a lot of donations after the events.
The one
cool.
challenge you have to have someone that's doing for.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things,
Right.
that, especially that component,
Right,
that's entirely
Yep.
donation only, because the city cannot
right.
be involved in that process.
Oh, in distribution of it or anything, okay,
Well, it has to be kind of like a distant, separate.
thing,
Doing that.
okay, maybe, so they would have to have volunteer pourers too,
Yeah.
okay. Would do that.
That would be good.
Mhm. I'll ask. What else did we need as far as donations went? Food we were asking for?
Previous, the other one, yeah.
Hmm.
Music, maybe we ask E-Rock,
Mhm.
just maybe.
But we
some-
had money to pay some performances or something?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a small amount of funds that we had set aside in the funding plan, I'm trying to remember, let's see if I can pull it up. And then the other component too, I think there's going to be a big banner or something recognizing the donors
Yes.
and.
Which I can give you the cost of printing that is really inexpensive.
okay.
It's a banner company I use online and they're really inexpensive, like it would probably be $50 or,
Mm.
but then shipping.
Oh,
it
you mean
to
like
me,
the name of the name of all the sponsors? you
all the
said?
sponsors, like a
Okay.
thank you
Mhm.
thing that we can hang somewhere.
Yeah, so the public unveiling event promotional merchandise is $1,500 total.
Okay,
For the event, you said?
Mhm.
That's all
so let's see, we have to hit up some people for food. We'll have to find.
right. Whatever pizza, they've been doing free pizzas
Oh,
on
they have
Wednesdays,
been.
that promise land. Maybe they'll still be down to do some pizzas. What do they call them?
High and Mighty
High and
Pizza.
Mighty Pizza.
I am wondering.
Yeah. It's where, Promise Sign is gonna, or the other Promise Sign is gonna
It's
be,
going to be.
it's not anymore.
Oh, it's not?
Really?
No, it's just High and Mighty Pizza.
Really?
Yeah, with the tap room, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's its own thing,
That's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, these things keep
I got the
changing.
lowdown, I know.
Okay,
So Promise Line is staying there, where it's at. Okay, chair. I'm still trying to make sure I have the materials I need to give you on my calendar.
Oh,
So I don't forget. Um,
Do you need linens for those tables or one table at least? I
I'll
have
need some
a
linen.
dark
It would-
green linen. I
Yeah,
can give
it
you,
would, I would definitely need some
It's
linen.
that color.
Oh, of
as
course
long as
you'd
you
wanna
keep
match
it with it,
Yeah.
you could keep it with it, right? Cause I won't.
Yeah, yeah, I'll put it all back in that studio.
Okay, so let's see about food. We'll have to do some outreach for food. And what is the date of our thing again? It's September 20th, okay. That gives us some time.
Almost fall. Bigger for fall.
That's what I'm thinking. And the reason I was thinking is asking the Indian Association of South County to do performance.
Very, really cool.
They've been really active in Christmas Hill Park. They're doing dance lessons and all kinds of things. So it might be really fun to finally
What's it
make a
called?
connection. IASC. They're on Facebook too. So I think more cultural performances would be super fun, just to show like the whole diversity of Gilroy too.
Yeah, I like that. I have a question.
Question.
They're already gonna be up by that point, right? All these banners,
Yes,
right, they'll already be up by this event.
Yeah,
It
I
should be
think
up,
they're actually
yeah.
up and,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
The
then,
aim is to- I think the aim is to have them install that day.
Oh,
So that is. in-
so it's like an
yeah, that's-
unveiling,
Yeah, so the whole, yeah, actually, I think we call that in the presentation unveiling.
unveiling event.
do we then want them like printed like on an A-frame or something, or like on easels or something, like so that people could see them there all in one spot there at the park and then go and walk and see the actual thing? Or do we just say, walk down the street and go see them now?
That's a good.
Like, I guess I'm trying to figure out what the
I
experience is of
think
the
if
event.
we had them up some way that people view them as like
So we
in
could,
the park too, or somewhere, or
That's what
the
I'm
art
saying.
center. And
Oh,
then
in the
they
art center.
can go walk and find
go see it in
where they are,
person.
yeah.
Mm.
And it would be fun for the artist to take a picture underneath their
Yeah, that's
thing,
true, yeah.
and we do that kind of as like a promo for after. Like showing.
The artist goes to their post and just hangs out there. Go and hang out, go to- Stand away or what?
That's not what artists have to do either.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cause I think if we had them printed, I think that would help something.
Yeah,
We get the service groups to kind of do like a mini parade down the street, so everybody's looking
Oh,
at
that'd
them
be cool.
together.
That'd be
I'll
cool.
Or
say
is that like a-
street closure is a bit more.
Well, do they
Oh,
have to do
No,
that?
Oh, no, no,
It
not,
could just be
not
on the
a,
sidewalk.
no, on the sidewalk.
Oh, sidewalk,
Yeah,
is
yeah,
fine,
for
yeah,
sure.
so we sit down the street, I was like.
No.
oh my God.
I know it.
Try, but
That's
yeah,
a
that's
touchy
gonna be a little more involved.
Yeah, no, we won't,
Could
don't
also,
go
do-
somewhere street.
well.
I think just
shall I
walking
say-
down, like, hey,
No.
because it's right there, it's gonna
Right.
be Sixth
right.
Without, yeah,
and Fifth. So it's
Yeah,
kind of gonna
very-
start at
very
Sixth and go this way,
intimate,
both
yeah.
ways is how we're trying to do it. So, yeah, it'll be if it's only 12, it'll be the 6 light posts between Sixth and Seventh and 6 between
Fifth.
Sixth and Fifth,
Mhm.
if we only get 12. So it'd be fun just for people to walk anyway.
And would this start at 5 or 6 or
I
what?
think we finally stated it.
And it's the third Friday art walk, by the
Mhm,
way, too.
yeah.
So it is part of there is a walking
There's already-
component already, and we could utilize Sixth Street, the third Friday art walk as to promote this unveiling event too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we mentioned that was the
Yeah,
thought, but we had to make sure that
It's a
it was
separate
also
thing.
separate.
Yeah.
Makes sense, you know, so the event is approved by council, the scheduled for December 20th, 2024 at 5 PM to 9 PM.
Yeah.
The attendance is scheduled at the same time as the one of the third Friday art walks, to help maximum attendees and exposure.
Which goes to 8, so then people could also just like finish
So
at the thing with some music or something. Or
Yes, then it's proposed
Yeah,
to
we
be
can
booth
do
there
that,
for
Jay.
ACC, so the ACC has to have a booth present, as well as programming, including the recognition of local artists selected, performances by local artists, music, food, and drinks through donations. And the ACC would be
We could do a
setting a
big-
partnering
that'd be
organization.
easy to do.
Just opt out.
will put a booth too, if they're gonna be a sponsor for a booth. We can ask if any of our sponsors would wanna have an information
Just
booth
have a
or
booth
something
there.
too. Could we do that if they're going to be sponsoring things? to maybe acknowledge them?
There's a second.
Okay.
Mhm. So we would wanna start it at 5, or do we wanna start it an hour into
What is
Third
it?
Friday hour walk?
That thing is-
Hmm?
Any thoughts?
I'm sorry,
what you saying? No, I don't know. What we wanted is, cause at 5 o'clock is when Third Friday Art Walk starts, but that's not usually when the biggest crowd is. Do
Oh,
we
you
wanna,
wait till
is that,
Oh, I.
is that what we're trying to go for, so that more people, or so that we can try to pull more people?
Yeah.
Or do we wanna wait till 6, and then so that organically there might be some people that come by?
I think it doesn't matter, because if we're setting up, people are gonna be walking around anyway, so it might as well be set up. And I'll have to talk, because GDBA typically does the kids zone in the park for Third Friday.
And that, I feel like
Already.
that, I feel like that could.
So that could also
that could-
help,
That could be part of it, honestly.
that there's
Yeah.
kids play
Kids
things
activity.
in the park anyway, but maybe in one designated area.
Yeah, I like that.
And Psycho Donuts usually gives out free
Yeah,
donuts,
there you go.
so we have free donuts.
There's already
maybe.
free, there's already.
Stuff around there.
But if it's,
free
but we would
snacks.
have to have them be part of our thing if they're going to be in that space, don't you think?
And yeah, if you
Yeah.
incorporate them into it, then.
Then
that-
officially they have to be in ours and
Yeah.
not Friday our
And-
walk.
Yeah, we have to then
Have it be a separate thing.
that and insurances at that point, is not guaranteed.
Okay,
And we have to make sure liability, that-
is
yeah.
them,
which, I mean.
which
yeah,
they already
low
do
risk.
anyway.
Well, but indemnifying and insuring the city in case of a suit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I got sick. What was it? The city's event? It was a dump, it was a city event. It's,
Oh.
yeah. with the
So
trucks
any
and
food
whatnot.
donation, we have to make sure we have.
We'd like to have some
insurance.
kind of coverage, yeah, just.
Okay.
Just so they.
Could you let us know what the details of
Let
that
us know.
would be, just so that if, when we're soliciting
Yeah,
sponsors
Yeah,
or
look into it,
donation
let
or
me know.
whatever,
yeah.
that we know. This is what you have to bring with you.
So on the banners, if somebody's donating the banner, do they get like the,
Yeah, how have we decided how that would be? Because you know how we put the city of Gilroy, would we have the ability, or would we want to put it was sponsored by and just in writing? Their name,
I don't
no
think,
logo?
I don't know if we included that because. We said that how would they get recognition? They would get recognition publicly at the event with a banner, with the
Mhm.
banner that we're talking
Right.
about printing, but not necessarily on the banner.
On the
that
banner
goes
that
up.
was chosen.
Yeah, because you don't
Yeah.
know when and who they're gonna be through that.
Yeah,
time.
we
Yeah.
don't know.
The donors. I mean, I've been a donor a long time on things, just makes more sense to have
The
the
recognition,
recognition.
not on the actual banner, because there's no way to do that.
Unless you really are gonna do that kind of thing, have a banner and you're gonna get sponsored, that's a different issue.
So the fundraising plan at Smith Council. Says the ACC shall recognize donors and partners on the programs and promotional materials for the campaign and unveiling event. Including a recognition banner that will be displayed at the event.
Mhm.
There will also be public recognition by the reading of donor and partner names at the event during the public address.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
see?
so
So
that's,
that's what we.
Yeah.
okay,
Good.
Yeah.
So we don't have to put it on the actual list thing, just
Good.
yeah,
on its own.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
because we had no way to identify, then you have to pick a specific artist to be
And
on a specific thing, and then it's like.
And then you know that they're the number 13.
Teen, yeah, so there's way to,
Well,
That's
Yeah.
that's not
So-
what this is.
The
Yeah.
other thing is, so we actually have a signage clause in the fundraising too, which says the banner of donor names will be displayed during the unveiling event. No permanent signage is proposed.
okay,
So we put it on the banner, we kind of make, even though the banners are permanent,
Thing.
kind of become for a sign. So
How cool would it be to have like an artist make like a small replica of one of these light
Mhm.
posts and then like hang a banner with the recognition of,
oh, that's good.
is
That's
that
good,
blowing the whole
yeah.
budget?
No, I mean, I have a really big light post, but Hard to move.
Yeah, you have actual light posts? Of course you do.
Well, it's kind of interesting though, because
Massive.
if we do have the 12 and 6 and 6 on each side, starting at Sixth Street, you would not get down to light posts near the
The event.
event.
Yeah, no,
You could potentially have a recognition banner temporarily up for like the time event on the pole for the evening,
that's
possibly.
impossible.
But again, that's money.
Yeah, exactly, that's just
That's
annoying.
that's the question.
But wouldn't it be?
And it could be
cool, though?
temporary? For how long? Only the day of the event and they would have to come down?
But day of the event, I imagine we might be able to familiar like a
week,
weekend.
yeah.
Just because then. public
It's the
works will come
time,
back
yeah,
the next-
And take it off.
Processing, post-processing.
That's all.
I'll look into that and
That'd be
see,
fun.
cause that could be kind of fun.
And then maybe there's more.
Because then it also
desire
is
to-
like,
To get,
and we
Donate.
could say something like
Donate.
to view the campaign banners this way or something like that. Thank you to our sponsors or whatever.
Yeah, and I think ultimately it might be worthwhile, especially as the first real kind of big campaign push has been, in a while. Eventually have the city page be instead of a landing page for submissions, turn into like a kind of marketing, like this is what we accomplished. like,
Yeah,
with the event,
love that.
the
Good.
banner signs up
Yeah,
there.
good.
Let me-
maybe a slideshow.
If it's temporary, I'm wondering if we can do some sort of laminated print version of a poster with pockets. It doesn't have to be canvas that withstands wind for,
Oh,
the
yeah.
entire
Oh,
week. If
that's
it's a
it.
temporary thing, maybe
Yeah,
it's something a little bit less
like less
expensive.
expensive. Mhm.
That can be printed by printing spot on a thicker
Think it's fun.
laminated poster or something type of
Mhm.
thing. I'll look and
See
see.
if
I'm just thinking if it's gonna be cheaper to even do it that way instead of,
Doing the whole actual banner.
or we do both or something.
I
but
mean,
it could be really fun.
I don't know if this is inaugural or not, but it's kind of a big, it's kind of like you were saying.
It's a big deal. It's like
a.
the first time
Exactly.
we've done something like this.
Exactly.
So I mean, even as a commemorative for
Thing for
archival
us.
or whatever.
A
mhm.
prototype for the future.
Yeah. I would, if we're gonna at least get it for a week, I think it's substantial enough
To pay.
to be able to just get another one. Cause what is that,
Or
like an
two.
extra 60 to 70 bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah. think that-
We'll look into it. I'll look into both.
Maybe there's a sponsor that sponsors the sponsor. back.
They
You know?
count.
Yeah.
Sound like an Espen doll.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Because I think even if our food donors and wine donors, those all count as sponsors, right?
They all should be recognized.
Recognized.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I mean, it could be
There's
something
plenty of
like that
names
too.
On there, on that banner. Yeah, but it probably, unless we do a tiered approach, there
Like
probably
in
should just be
kind,
names.
banner sponsor,
Mm,
yeah,
But no logos.
no logo,
Yeah.
unless there's space. I mean, those banners, we can have it be names or we can just have it be
Yeah, if
Whatever.
there's space, then we might need some
Logos.
I guess,
to make it look great.
yeah.
Yeah, well, also it's a stage on anybody giving you a really crappy band or resolution or something.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Hope that
Okay.
hasn't happened.
No.
You play musical instruments.
Huh.
Really?
Oh, I did?
You do.
Oh, I do,
Yeah,
yes.
you can.
Yeah, I played trumpet.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good for you. Good for
How do you
just-
tell? Cause
you
I'm
just know
fidgety?
somebody's developed their hands. that
Oh,
way.
okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Been
Yeah,
around
oh,
for a
yeah.
long time.
I did too.
But he's,
Yeah.
interesting.
I love it. It's my favorite thing.
Maybe,
Sure.
maybe
I
you, and
love-
maybe you kick off the event.
Yeah, like a
Mhm.
harp.
That would be
I
amazing.
would
You can have
love
the
it.
band.
I would love
Get
it.
people to
Like,
come.
like as people are hanging out,
Yeah.
It's such
you
a,
haven't
Oh, it would
started
just
yet,
be-
you're
I
just
had a
like
harpist
doing your
for my wedding.
thing.
Well,
Like,
it just,
really
it's just
frustrating.
I think
transcends
that'd
it
be
to
really
a
cool.
whole nother place, I
Right?
mean, the combination,
Mhm.
sorry, but it does,
love that.
So
sophisticated.
Sounds like you've been volunteering.
Yeah. Sounds like you're gonna finally unveil your skills.
Gilroy.
yes.
For the love
We
of
have
Gilroy.
this
Wow.
symphony. I'm like,
I mean,
what?
just
What
so
would you be?
dimensional.
You're autobiography, what does it say? You're like. a
Symphonic.
Yes,
Yeah.
harpist.
Yeah.
Like it's
I think it's
Crazy.
David,
And
King
solo
David in the
harpist.
Bible.
So,
Yes.
And you learn how the strings are made through the years on instruments.
So we're
and
having a
harps and-
harvest.
Yeah, harvest opener, and then we have to figure out, and then you said,
People.
and
For the
then, and
love of
the
Gilroy.
dance group,
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
Well, their dance and there's also the food connections.
Mhm.
They would probably love to have an information booth just to get more, they're really trying to grow their group
Oh.
and things in
Huh.
the South Bay. So I think that would be super
Okay.
great. It would be great for them to be,
Strategic for them.
especially if we're arts and culture. It's
Yeah.
like to have the
Yeah.
culture and get any other cultural groups would be awesome, I think.
Yeah.
Folklore focus.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
think so. They love
Yeah,
an
I know.
opportunity
Yeah.
too to share.
They actually have a standing performance at Gilroy Center for the Arts every third Friday art walk.
Which one?
Manos,
Oh, they'll already
so
be
they'll already
there,
be there. We
too.
could just say, come outside and perform, or we can take the group into the Center for the Arts.
And the-
Depending
and
on-
the-
Have them come out.
And the
Just have them
group
come
we
on,
met
right?
last week, remember the group we
Oh,
met?
the mariachi?
Yeah.
We would then need a
Fascinating.
stage then that can fit them all.
Who? Everybody?
Well, if we want them, if we
We
want them
have
to
a-
dance
so
group to come out, and
Gary
dance, they
Walton
can't dance
has
on the
a,
grass.
he has a smaller riser stage
Okay.
too. I can
Oh.
ask him. That we
Neat.
could put in
We
the
can put-
grassy area. or
Right where
If we
that
did that,
blank
do we
white
need to
spot
get
is on the mural.
something to,
They
for
need
coverage,
insurance?
liability and things like that?
Just if you basically rent it from them.
No, he was
When he's
gonna,
donating it,
he's
I don't think so, it
donating
doesn't have
it.
the same effect as like.
Okay.
Food. Food has like a
Yep.
whole special.
And
category.
risers are not the same as like, once it
Sometimes
gets
to
up,
their
or,
stage.
yeah, because once it gets to a certain height, you need stairs and ADA and all this stuff, but I think risers are a little bit different, because it's temporary,
You
it's
just
just a
step down
riser.
on
And
the
it's
stage.
certain
It's
height,
a-
yeah.
It's like 12 inches or something, it's a regular,
But
yeah, or less, maybe even, it's a
Yeah.
regular step.
We just have to, yeah, make sure that it's installed, or set up correctly. When it's
Okay, let
done,
me
but,
ask.
we're getting excited.
Yeah,
It is, there's a lot of
Kind of.
components, so it's still like, I mean, I'm glad we're talking about it now,
Yeah,
so
you
that we
bet.
can start working on the stuff, especially if we're going.
Keep going.
Well, and we're focusing, the next month is gonna be on the
Right.
selection. The August is gonna be about the council's decision, then we can talk more about the event, I guess, from August.
Yeah, I would probably, some of these things.
To have
we'll
ready.
probably have some conversations on the event, but in between time as well as
Yeah,
certain things, so that would
but
be.
trying to solidify some of these action items by the 13th of August, or definitely most. of
Oh,
them.
yes.
and then
Okay.
I have a question. As far as marketing for this event is concerned, if we already then passed the August where city council has approved, I feel like that's a great time to start like slowly unveiling all of them digitally, like on it through social media. Or we can either do it, I mean, I would probably do it on my personal
But
as
do you
like.
want to do that before we unveil?
I think it should probably wait till September.
Mhm.
Otherwise it
So,
takes
so
a
then
little
what
bit.
are we, how are we promoting
We'll
this
just
event? then?
we'll promote it just by saying unveiling event, come see who the artist
Oh, I see.
chosen,
White with
yeah,
a red flag over it.
like, yeah,
Come cut the
like.
banner with us.
Oh, yeah,
Unveiling, celebration, we talk about the performers that will be there and that kind of thing, maybe we do
Okay,
it more of an
okay.
event.
the event.
And the unveiling is where you have to come to see it, but then after that, we share who was,
After the
Mhm.
fact then,
yeah.
would that be possible then to kind of, at least, so I can design the graphics for that, where we have like a carousel, maybe or a couple posts where we could have a carousel of going like the first 6 and then the other 6 or whatever, however many there are. After the unveiling
Oh,
event, so
yeah.
that so that it kind
A
of.
post that shows who was, yeah.
Yeah, it was chosen,
Right.
yeah,
That makes sense.
that way
Do
the.
you think? I
that-
mean, I kind of think making it a surprise,
that'd be good.
Yeah, I too, but that's okay. If the marketing wants.
but do you
What?
think that people want to be notified or should have their stuff shared before the event?
Before the.
No, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying after.
Well, we can
now
announce the
should-
artists, I would say announce the artists.
Schedule it, so
That'd be
like
cool.
once the unveiling event is done at 9 PM, like our social media, we can schedule release later
Yeah.
on.
I think you announce the artists so they
extra
can share with their friends and family to come.
So we announce the artists, the good news, and that's why we don't have the contract signed, because once we sign, the rights of it are ours at that time. So
Oh,
tell them, you've been selected, but the design now is ours.
Mhm.
You cannot show that design to anybody until
Yeah.
the unveiling.
Yeah,
So
Good.
we'll announce the name, let them know, and we can actually put the names out.
Oh, we
ahead
can
of
put
time
this,
As part of, preview. Hey, our,
All
our
these
select artist is
artists
this,
selected, Yeah.
and then,
So,
kind of
like,
see
we
the
could even
design
list their
unveiled
names.
on
And which is
September
it
12th.
spelled?
the 20th, probably that day
Okay.
of September,
Oh,
the day of the unveiling event.
that's
wonderful.
perfect.
So, yeah, I think if we announce the artists that were
No,
selected,
that's better.
then they share, did we ask for their social media handles if they have it? Or is that something we can ask after so we can tag them?
Once we select them, it's probably easier
Yeah.
to, I just ask
Go
them
find
if
it,
they-
yeah.
if they
Yeah.
have
the
one.
info.
Yeah.
Just to,
We just have to be careful,
yeah,
because what else
that's
on
true.
social media page.
Oh, you're right. Okay, no, we
Right,
don't.
so we be
They
referring
can
to
just
us as
share.
since we don't control, so generally, I mean,
They can share.
they can share, so we can
Okay.
send a post and they can share to their.
Then,
Yeah,
yeah, we leave it at that. We don't
If it
tag
goes
them, we
back
don't
there,
say
then
anything.
If one selected is goes Go Unified, and share Go Unified to share off, but just kind of, any
Okay.
avenues of connection, you can send it out, but yeah, that's the only downside.
I see.
It's like. could be
I
fine.
understand.
Most of it probably fine, but every now and then.
You never know.
You do have some interesting stuff on there like, ooh.
That's not gonna work, yeah.
We only have law-abiding citizens here. You know,
Fascinating.
yeah.
Okay, so I think, is that good? Any other questions?
Yeah, I think it's a good start,
Okay.
and as we kind of firm up those, I'm sure more so will come up, or find stuff coming up.
Yeah,
Okay,
good. And that is
So-
the work plan of the.
So we're doing it at 6:30?
Oh, yeah, we didn't quite.
What, the
You
event?
You
meeting
said
time.
that
The
it
unveiling
starts at
event. So
5
we
through
advertise,
9:30.
we send the stuff at 5 to 9, I mean, we
I would
can do
say-
shorter, we can, from what I wouldn't, we can't go beyond that. 'cause that's
No.
going. But if you wanted to have. it
5 to 8 is.
5 to 8, yeah.
Short, yeah.
But you want to have the ceremony at 5 when people aren't off work?
No,
Oh,
that's
that's
what
the
I'm saying.
mingling
I'm
and
saying, no,
that's,
I'm saying third Friday, our walk is 5 to 8. I don't feel like we should start at 5. I think we should start at least at 6.
Yeah.
Is when most people
Yeah.
will start to.
But
pour
we
in.
can be there
Be
prepared.
there
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
be-
Oh, yeah, we'll
And
have
with
the
our
place kind of
booth.
marked up, yeah, setup is
Absolutely.
gonna be a while.
So
especially
people that
at
wander will still be
That's
there.
stuff, yeah.
Yes.
They'll be
Yeah.
intrigued.
Yeah,
But actual, like, something happening would be at 6.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
check
that
with
makes sense.
Public
Like
Works.
music,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, well, I'll check with Public Works to see if there's something we can put in front of the banners so that we can see it. And then right before the event actually happens, walk down with like a little pull, pull off the covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Sheets.
paper, you could
Okay.
use paper with that, like a
I know,
height.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, the good thing is,
Like
if
that.
we get it high enough, then, yeah, for instance, if we chip and grab it.
yeah, ask them what they would need or what they think would work to cover
they're
them.
like, no, we don't do that.
Cause then we also need volunteers to take that off, or it would be Public Works. Or would
Not
we do
that
it?
late, no, probably not.
It
It'd
would have
probably
to be
myself
some-
or somebody, yeah. But I'm
People
sure
go
there's
around
volunteers help out from the city too.
with grabbers and.
I know, right? What, the garbage.
The garbage grabber.
Garbage driver. Yeah, right?
Mentioning, yes,
You need something.
yeah, or fruit pickers, you know,
Yeah.
those things, yeah. That works.
We'll find
That's
something,
all.
we'll find something.
Okay, so I think that also covers our work plan update
You
because
bet.
it is our work plan item.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Yep,
right, do you guys feel,
I agree.
is that okay? Bryce, for
I have one
7.2?
thing for
Okay.
the work plan for
Yeah.
the school.
So-
Yes.
Because there's no art teacher that's at Gilroy, like nobody's qualified to teach art. Do we know anybody who could, like,
At Gilroy High or where you say?
no,
Or
at
what?
South Valley?
Oh, I saw that.
I don't know about the other schools, but is there any way that we could research ways to get art into that school and others?
We can, so the
'Cause
shows have
originally-
their separate entity from. the
Right,
city. We can advocate, it's up to them whether they want to take that out. But if that's something the commission wants to research and suggest that. going
So that
forward.
was originally what we had on the work plan before this came up, so I just wanted to make sure, like, we are not forgetting that altogether. I
No,
know
we're
that-
not.
So that's
So we
why.
just don't
put the
know.
Art event separate from this, the
Yeah.
work plan and established, because there's other work that wants to get done.
Yeah,
Um,
we just had so this. campaign just encompasses everything on the work plan if we don't get everything done, but we will get, this will be done this year, so we do have still
Time.
a time, but to do that, but we do need to research how that can happen, how we can advocate for the arts in school and what that looks like, what we're capable of doing from a city standpoint, right?
Even if it's recommendations
Yes,
for
the
artists to go in and like once a week teach a class, like they have proposition funds.
So
But
I would
I
think,
would I mean, my thought in this case, because it's an outside entity and because it's a dynamic relationship between the city and the district, as just having the subcommittee arrange a meeting or something with someone in the administration of the school district to see what would be considered appropriate, how much can we help you? I say, this is the goal, what we're trying to do. What can we do to help kind of encourage us and see how we can work together with them instead of giving them like saying, this is what you should
right,
do?
no,
Because that's my only concern is it could, is that how is it going to be received by the school district?
right, so I'm not saying we should tell them what to do, I'm trying to figure out a way to work with them to solve, yeah.
How long is that in?
Well, they're putting electives into the schools and just unfortunately, no one has an authorization to do arts. They have,
Or
we
musical
we have-
stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
So South Valley, I have my authorization because I have way more than enough units. And then we have a full-time music teacher who can teach music. So we've got like 5 music elective or 6 music electives,
but no visual.
but
arts.
then no
Okay.
visual arts.
So I could talk to you, after the meeting from, on a more personal note. We
Yeah,
could talk about that, yeah.
So one update I do have on the work plan, I'll explain a little bit more, but we're going to remove Commissioner Ramirez from the subcommittee for education.
Yes.
I'll update the commission more about that when it comes to the staff comments. I think that's the only one that she was on, so. Yeah.
do we have an open spot then?
we have,
So basically you would have, you have an open, you mean as far as the work plan?
no,
Open
for the
commissioner.
commission.
Yes, but, well, I guess it's just a comment. So, yes, Commissioner Ramirez is no longer, has resigned from the Arts Culture Commission due to some personal issues and conflicts. So we do have a vacancy, but the policy of the council now is unless it's gonna threaten quorum, we don't refill. It will open again when we do the annual recruitment, which goes, usually interviews is
November.
December, so in a couple months.
October.
For the
Yeah,
new-
fall.
for the seats, but. Yeah, so we can't refill the position in between time.
At that point, would we be looking at filling 1 seat or 2 seats?
I have to take a look and see.
And see when
We
people are-
really guarantee that seat,
Yeah,
and then I just have to see if.
Who
if
else
those
is up?
terms
I think
up.
mine is in December.
And then you would
Right.
have basically.
I thought we established this last time that it started over again because
Oh, I think I
it
looked
turned,
at it.
oh, you looked
I
at
thi-
it?
yeah, we'll have to
I don't
check.
like that, I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah,
that at all.
yeah.
I'm almost positive.
I
Because I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure I'm on
Well,
purpose
the
with
other
my
thing
things.
too is it's been the past, in the past, I'm assuming it's still the same, not a little bit changed, but. If we go out for recruitment and the council doesn't have enough vice selected for it,
They allow the person.
then allow the person to stay
Right,
on
yeah,
until.
Right.
The spot's filled.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how that will work with the transition now to the recruitment only once a year, you know, form issue, how that play out.
Yeah.
They're in Canada obviously because it's a relatively new practice, so. So yeah,
Okay. Are we still on work plan update or?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I got a little-
So
Okay,
if there's any other updates or anything.
any other work plan updates? No, okay. Then we'll move on to new business. Nothing?
Then
Okay, arts and culture related community event updates?
So much.
A lot. There's too many. What do we have? I'm just trying to go down the list. There's Ruben's doing a mural
Then,
at
yeah.
Colorsano.
So middle school right now is a bunch of Gilroy artists and actually alumni from Solosano that are working on it, which is
Yeah.
awesome. And then,
A mural went for,
Yeah.
behind, Savvy's Sweets.
yes, also.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, they post.
going up. There's a mariachi festival
Yes.
that is happening
With the
at
same,
the,
that same group.
yes, they're doing a
What-
festival.
where they doing it?
It's Sunday for Father's Day, this
This
coming Sunday, yeah.
Where's it gonna be?
It's at the Santa Clara County Fairgrounds.
Oh, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's,
Mm-hmm.
Those
And then,
arts
what about
related.
the other young man that comes up to the events and music? There's a young guy that came to the Cheetos thing.
was it Jonathan maybe?
Probably Jonathan. But, yeah, I don't know.
When is
I
your?
still have
mural?
mine, I
When
know,
is
and
your
like,
mural
it
starting?
keeps changing because there's now the railroad alley is
Yeah,
getting paved.
that's the phase.
So we're actually just gonna be, we need paint up by the end of the month. So we're gonna be
Some paint
doing
or the final?
some, could
Okay,
be a
some.
drop. I might even go and just roller paint something. So something needs to be up on the back of the Couples building by the end of June. But the idea,
Yeah.
it's really gonna be cool. It's gonna be in a couple phases because the space is big and things change, but
Yeah,
the idea will be. There will be 6 to 8 artists selected. We're still coming up with a number really soon, though. They're gonna be contacted like in the next week. And they'll be doing painting inside frames, and that actually came from an
Wow.
idea Ruben shared a while back, but I also saw on something else. It was funny. It was like the same Instagram post. I
I
don't
know,
know
right?
how. So I'm painting the frames. They're gonna be like traditional
Nice.
gold frames,
that you're doing
and they're gonna be different sizes, and it's gonna be gallery in the alley is what it's gonna say, so kind of the name of what we were hoping this whole alley would look like. So it's gonna be on the one side as if you were, it's kind of the back side of the wall,
It's
you
facing.
know what I'm
it's
saying?
facing- It's facing south.
Yeah.
The wall facing south.
and that'll be there, so it'll say gallery in the alley, there'll be a little sponsor information and all of that, but there will be frames, and the background is just like a off-white. So the whole building is gonna be off-white, but then I'm also painting some floral kind of design, really big on the edge that goes onto the other side.
Oh, that's cool.
So then the
Yeah,
two
kind of
insets will
continues
be done as 2 different phases, but the theme
Wow.
is the art of dance.
Mm.
So that's the theme of the entire thing, because they're a performance event center. And that's kind of what they do. They wanted it to be something to do with performance.
Mm.
And dance was kind of a big thing too, because we have, the Mutsun, I can't even say that right,
Yeah.
tribe, and their place, the Shataktuk,
Should talk about that.
and that means the land of dance.
Mm.
So there's all these like kind of corresponding things. So we thought, you have folklorico, every culture has dance.
Mm.
And so if each one of those can represent some sort of the artistic nature of dance,
That's it.
however the artist wants to interpret that
I love that.
is up to them. So their design can be that. The 2 big ones are gonna be, there's 2 ideas. I'll share those when I have them.
Yeah, those are.
But the concept would be something super realistic and gigantic.
That's it. It's exciting.
It's funny, I should bring up something. I'm part of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Auxiliary in the American Legion, you know, the military. So they have these young people. It's funny, you know, you just think these things present, do this art. And San Francisco and they presented it to Gilroy, and they were just selected the awards. This last night we found out who were the awards, and so, but it was a Gilroy presentation, but the artists were from different places, but I think it's of the confluence art. And the one was, I mean, they were all great, but wow. You know, and they were young, high school, and expressing military or whatever that meant, you know, unbelievable. So that, I just happened to think about that. Well, wait, that's art. So last night at the meeting, you know, we found out who got the what, and some of them got California awards, and some are going to the national
Oh,
through the
awesome.
military,
Wow.
through the Veterans of Foreign Wars and the American Legion. Yeah,
That's super
so,
cool.
yeah, to military, what is, you know, how do you express it through art? I was quite intrigued with it. If that's, you know, not an easy subject,
No.
you know, but it's still art. Everything's art.
Mhm.
Everything, you know.
And then
Dance,
there's also,
dance, I mean, everything.
Everything is,
I'm just saying, when you're
yeah.
talking about it, there's all.
There is the Pachuco Art
Oh, yeah.
Show that will be happening at the Clove
Yeah, at the corner, yeah.
Art Complex that's opening up.
Yeah.
Are you
No,
doing
it's
that?
called, it's
Okay,
called
I
Global
know.
to Contemporary, not the Clove yet.
Not the Clove yet, but
Yeah.
it's so confusing. It is that, but not that officially. So it is contemporary 1202
Yeah, Global to Contemporary is the.
is gonna be where the art show will be.
Old Melia's building.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Intriguing too, that's
Yeah.
and
fascinating. It's gonna get
I know I
used.
signed up to do it. Are you doing one?
I signed up, but I haven't done
I
it.
haven't done anything yet. I have the idea.
So much
That's it.
work,
But
yes.
I'm just thankful something's gonna happen there,
I know, me
you
too.
know, come
Um,
alive.
anything else that you're working on?
That's-
Anything arts related, any of you are working on?
Culture.
So starting in fall, I'm doing music appreciation, 2 courses of
That's
it.
cool.
We're gonna do rock bands.
Wow.
So they're gonna learn guitar and piano. And then the music teacher is teaching percussion techniques. They're gonna have.
Wow, so it's the whole, they
set.
just start a whole,
Wow.
start a whole band there then.
So then there are also like 3 other music classes going in to just South Valley, and I don't know about like what the electives look like at the other schools, but I think it's really incredible that they're finally gonna get all of the
That is
electives
nice.
in.
Yeah, that's
Like,
exciting.
It is good.
yeah, so I'm really, really excited. I'm writing all of the curriculum from scratch.
Damn, that's
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah, because it's new.
I love that.
I'm doing
Yeah.
31 skulls too.
Oh, yeah, you got that, yeah.
31
Cool.
skulls. So
Nice.
Ruben did it last year. It's through
That's
local
cool.
color. You get a skull and you
Ceramic skull.
paint it, you do, oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's not real. Ceramic, which I had to ask like how some people cut them and did stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of,
You mean how
I
they
don't have-
created the skull?
No, they like what they do with it after. So you can do whatever you want with it.
skull. Yeah.
And then they auction them off at an event.
Mhm.
So they choose 31 artists. They invite 31 artists to get a blank one. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so
My
I
dad
got
had a
invited. I was so
tank,
excited.
Cool.
A trunk, cause he was a trauma surgeon, and you open it up, here's a skull and all the bones, because that's how they had to learn.
Yeah.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how oh, wow, a skull, I mean, a real thing, you know, so now they all fool, you go places, they have all these fake skulls,
Yeah.
wait till you see a real skull. Wow.
That's funny.
You know, and it's still there, we still have it.
Wow.
Yeah, cause he had to take it with him wherever he went, you know, I mean, in the early era, but but anyway, oh. And I was young,
Nice.
3 and 4, and you know, so you get acquainted with the human.
Like the human soul. I love
And
that.
I've been really quick, it's nothing to do with art, but do you know that in families, you make the association because of your skull and bone structure, literally,
Wow.
and they can trace it, not perfectly,
Yeah.
but they can.
That's
And isn't
cool.
that fascinating?
That
It
And
is.
I'm so intrigued with that, not that, you know, I wanna go, but dead.
You're giving me
But
ideas.
but skulls, you know, but skulls.
Right.
Oh,
Gonna be
you trace
inspired
back the
by it.
shape of
Yeah,
of the head.
What to
it
do.
it
your
took me a
ancestors.
very long time to figure out what to do.
Yeah, skulls.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
So I will share with you guys my design once I do it. But Ruben's was super cool. It was
It was a
very
lot of
unique.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
I don't know, I just think of a dead guy, but anyway.
And it
that's
sold for a lot. Yours sold for a lot. Yours was good.
Yeah, I
Tall,
wish it was so. for me.
tall.
His sold. So they
Oh,
were
God.
auctioned
Mhm.
and yeah.
How much did you sell? How much did
So they just actually, I think this was like 950, I wanna say.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it was cool. There was one that went for like 1,500 or something like that.
The
so-
highest one was 3,000.
Yeah,
Bennett Henderson or something. Who's
yeah.
that?
And he's.
Well, that was
Like a
actually
rabbit.
one of the
That's actually
military
really
vets
interesting.
is doing skulls, but there's a motorcycle thing, so they're painting them these different colors, skulls, back to skulls, you know,
Yeah.
and that's sort of their
Oh, I'm gonna have to look.
motif.
Mhm.
I
You know.
need some ideas.
No,
Okay.
thank you, I don't wish to see that. I'm not afraid of it, but my equation, my dad's been 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with a lot of bones
That's-
and heads.
So that's all I have. That's it. Lots of things
Fascinating.
going on. Yeah,
Fascinating.
but
Time
okay,
of the year, no rain,
I know.
thankfully, oh.
So commission comments? Anything else? No?
Cool.
Okay, staff comments?
So just the one, Commissioner Ramirez,
Okay, then we're gonna have adjournment at 7:58 PM. And future meeting will be July 2nd, special meeting.
And then we've got July 26th special too. I'm just writing the dates and then the
No, there's July 22nd.
26th.
No, there's no, so it's now July, so instead of July 22nd, if you're going to paper.
July
July
2nd,
2nd.
and that's it. So that.
And no
time-
July 26th.
No,
Okay, no
that
July.
time, that time frame would be for Bryce to have his
Okay.
packet
Documents
ready.
all packet ready.
Yeah,
Now
Okay,
that's
so
fine.
no meeting, that, only the 2nd of July. Okay,
Yes.
all right, and then the council meeting